Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Simone. So today y'all, we're going to talk about hairstylists. We're going to talk about all these videos, all these social media posts that I have seen about unprofessional hairstylists. Actually, it's hairstylists, lash techs, nail techs. It's like the beauty industry is where I've been seeing a lot of these videos posted and a lot of these conversations being had. Today I actually watched several videos about different people and their unprofessional or their experience with an unprofessional hairstylist. So I jotted down some notes. So I do have a little notebook here of things that I want to go over and talk about just from some of the videos and just from some of the comments that I've been reading. Girl, it's like, stylists, like beauty people, what are y'all doing? And I'm a hairstylist. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm just going to give you guys my perspective of what I see and how I do. As you guys may know or may not know, I am a hairstylist. I'm a short hair specialist. I specialize in short hair, even though I will do natural hair from time to time, but my specialty and what I like to do is short hair. Okay, so let me get into the topic of discussion for today. So I took some notes, like I said, some key points or topics that I wanted to discuss about this professionalism in the hair industry. Now, a lot of them were saying black hairstylists, which I know, unprofessionalism or just being rude or whatever goes across the board. But a lot of the videos that I did watch were black women going to other black women to get their hair done. I don't like to get into the, black stylists and da-da-da-da because unprofessionalism, if that's a word, is across the board. I've had it in the Asians and the whites and the Hispanics. Like, I've had it all across the board. So I'm not just going to talk to black women. I'm going to talk to just stylists in particular, and you do whatever you want to do with it, but I'm going to talk to stylists. Okay. So the first topic or the first keynote that I have here is a complaint. These are the complaints. So as I read the complaint, I'm going to tell you guys what I do, my perspective, and so forth. So the first one is taking pictures of your clients. I didn't know. I can't say I didn't know, but I didn't really think that a lot of clients really cared about the stylist taking their picture after their service is done. Now, I do that. Now, if anything, I do a video. I try my best to just focus on the hair when I'm doing my video instead of having it like all in their face. And, the hair is what I'm selling. So a lot of the times, like one of the ladies said that on the description or on the when you schedule your appointment, it says come with your makeup on and all of that. That is not a requirement for me. I don't think it should be a requirement for anybody because if your appointment is 7 or 8 in the morning, honey, who's gonna get up and do makeup just so you can have a cute picture for your Instagram? No. I do believe that you should at least ask, hey, is it okay if I take your picture or do you mind being on camera? Which I can say I don't do. I usually just grab my phone when I'm done and just kind of do a little video. But like I said, most of my videos is just focused on the hair. So I'm really not trying to get the face as much unless your face is already made up. And then I'll ask you, hey, you look cute. You mind if I, take a picture or video? In most cases, if they're feeling cute and they have themselves made up, they want to do it. But just coming in at 8 o'clock, girl, and you getting up at 7 and all that to get to the beauty shop, you're not trying to do that. So I don't require that. I don't think it should be a requirement. I do agree that you should ask, before taking the pictures because some people do shy away and I'm cool with it. I also have a little thing that they can put over their face where it covers their face and it just focuses on the hair. So, you may want to think about getting that if you don't, or if your clients don't want to be on camera. So that's one I do agree with. You should ask before taking client pictures. You should not make it mandatory that they come with makeup on. Everybody don't wear makeup. So that's that on that one. The second one is greeting clients. I don't understand that. People saying they're walking into shops and like nobody speaks to them or they'll just say, you can sit over there, or, you know, I'll be with you in a moment. No, and not saying you have to be like extra friendly and, you know, going out of your way. But if somebody walk into your business, honey, yeah, you better speak. Because if you don't speak, then I'm going out. Like, even if I go get my nails done or wherever I'm going and they don't greet me when I come through the door, I understand that you're busy, but it doesn't take a while or a minute to say, hey, how you doing? I'll be with you in a second. Something. But don't just walk in and it's quiet and I'm feeling like, dang, you know, do they even want me here? You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with that. It doesn't take much. All you have to do is speak. All you have to do is make the person feel welcome. So that I agree with. And even though sometimes you may get clients that won't even speak back, you know, and all of that is just a lack of training, home training, because you know when you walk into a room, you're supposed to speak. But when you walk into my establishment, I'm going to speak to you. First thing first, okay? The next one is washing your own hair before the service. Now that's a big one. I've been hearing a lot of that. But my confusion is it just with getting your natural hair done, or is it getting braids, getting sew-ins, like weave services, wigs? I don't know. But I know for me doing, you know, regular hair, not weave and all of that, you're not washing your hair and then coming and want me to curl it, because first of all, I don't know what you used on your hair. A lot of times people want to do that and just come and get their hair curled, but when I feel their hair, it's like a film on it. It may feel away. It may be too greasy. You put all this oil and all this stuff. No, ma'am. I'm going to shampoo your hair. I'm going to condition your hair, set your hair, and style your hair. I'm not going to, you don't have to come to me shampooed. I really prefer you to let me do it. I really don't like when, you know, some of the clients want to come in and just have me curl it, just for the simple fact of the products that they put on before. And I just have to warn them too, your hair may not look like when I do it because you have put this product in it, you mold it with some type of mold foam that, you know, has your hair flaky, or has it's just gritty, you know, anything. So no, I don't agree with that. Now, the only way that I would agree with it is if you're getting braids, maybe a sew-in too, because if all I'm gonna do is braid your hair down, and you know, braids take 5-6 hours or so. So I don't want to waste that time washing your hair, drying your hair, and then braiding your hair. That does take a lot. So for braids and stuff like that, I do understand coming with a clean head, because that benefits you. Why would you come with your hair dirty, all that residue and all that buildup, especially when you're getting braids, because it's going to do nothing but build up more and more on the braid. So I agree with braids. I can see where they would ask maybe with the sew-in. But just making it mandatory, if I'm just coming to get my hair done, no ma'am, I want the full experience, because the one thing that I love about going to get my hair done, and what I always hear my clients say, is they love the shampoo part. And that's the best part for me, girl. I love to get in there and shampoo it and it feels good. So I want to make sure my head is clean, all that other stuff is out. So I'm gonna let you do that, okay? So I don't really agree with it, but I can see if it's a braid style, then yeah, come with it shampooed and blow dried. I don't see the issue with that. Another one is, I've heard somebody say they have to bring their own products. I'm like, girl, where they do that at? Like, what? What kind of hairstyle you got to do where you got to bring your own products? Because if I have to bring my own products, I'm going to do my own hair. I'm not going to come to you, bring my stuff, and pay you to do my hair. So I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what instance that was in, but maybe it could be the stylists who are doing hair out of their home. I don't know. I don't knock it. But even at your home, you can be professional and provide good customer service. So bringing your own products, that's a no for me. If I bring my own, I'm doing my own. So I understand y'all on that. The next one, and this was kind of weird. It says no communication during the service. So the young lady said, you know, it was a nail service. So she was getting her nails done. She said the girl the whole time did not talk to her. She had her headphones, her ear things in. She was watching movies, like no communication. And I just could not, I love people. I love to talk, and I love to make people feel welcome. Like, if I'm just not talking to you, or if I come sit in your chair and you're not talking to me, and you just, doing my service. And it's like, so you don't want me here, or you really don't want to do my hair today, or, you're going through something. And what I've learned, honey, whatever you're going through, you got to leave it at the door. Like, you can't bring it in, because people do feed off of that energy. And whether you know it or not, people are feeling the vibe of either something going on with you, you don't like me, you don't want me here, you didn't feel like doing this style today, something. So, you have to communicate, small talk, and you don't have to get personal. You can talk about things going on in the news, or yourself, how long you've been in the industry. You can talk about their hair, like give them tips on what they should be doing with their hair, and how to maintain the style. But you have to have some type of communication. I don't want to sit in your chair and it's just crickets. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feel away. And I know not everybody wants to talk, and you can kind of feed off of your clients. If you have that one that does come in and put her ear things in, that lets you know she don't really want to talk. So you just make small talk, get your job done, and get her on out. End of that. Okay, so the next one is rude hairstylist. Now, rude as in, I've heard people say, like, when they book an appointment, it's like, the girl was like, she booked the appointment. She told the girl, hey, I booked the appointment, at such and such. And she was like, okay, I'll see you. I think it was because, with text, it can get very misconstrued. So that's why I really like to talk to people, because text can seem like you're coming off rude, just depending on what you say and how you say it in the text, or how the person perceives it in the text. So I always like to talk to the person, because I want to feel you out. I want you to feel me out. We can see if we're a good match for each other, because I've had phone conversations with people, and just by the conversation, it's like, ooh, I don't really know if you know what I'm saying? And it could change. So I just feel like being rude, like being on your phone as a stylist, because I've seen that too. You got your ear things in and you're doing people's hair, or you on the phone talking to your friends, or you doing hair. Like, that's rude to me. Like, if I'm in your chair, or if you're in my chair, you're gonna get all of my attention. I'm not gonna be on the phone. I'm not gonna be, talking all over your head. Now, we may have conversations in the shop as a shop, but of course, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not going to be on my phone laughing and kikiing with my man or with my friend while you're in my chair. So, and it's just, like I said, it's just about customer service. Like, if people asking you questions, you may get 50 questions because this person don't know. They really don't know, but they like your work. They took the time out to look at your work, call you, want you to do their hair. I just feel like the least you can do is answer those questions. If you don't have if you're so busy to where you can't, you need to set up a time. These are my hours to talk. We can call me at this time. We can discuss your appointment, whoop-de-woo. But just being rude and just book your appointment and all of that, that's rude, because when you come in and you ask for one service, but I was trying to get an understanding about your service, but you were so rude that I couldn't. Now I'm wasting time in the shop trying to get this stuff understood, when I could just be getting started on your hair and moving on to the next one. So it doesn't take much to be nice. Like, it doesn't take much. I don't know what the mean hairstylist or the rude, I don't know where that's coming from, but it does not take much. Trust me, it doesn't take much. Okay, and then the scheduling and appointment times. They are saying, like, they scheduled at a certain time. When they got there, they wasn't ready, or sometimes the stylist wasn't even there, honey. I don't get that. But with the scheduling, what I do know, and I can say for myself, is when I do have Style Seat, but I use Style Seat only for pricing purposes, where you can go on and see how much I charge for different things. You cannot book via that way. When you go to Style Seat and try to book, it does prompt you to either call or text me. I have it set that way because I want to talk. I want to find out and get an understanding of what it is that you want, so that when you come and sit in my chair, it's already established what you want and it's understood. Because with that scheduling, that Style Seat and Booksy and all those things, it can be confusing. And I'm a stylist, and I've tried to book before on that, and I gave up because I'm like, I don't know. They got too many things, or they don't have enough, and it's not what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather talk to you. Hey, what? What is it that you want? Do you want a relaxer? Do you want a partial relaxer? Are you getting a cut? Do you want color? Because that also helps me with my next appointment, like for the next person. So when I talk to you, I'm getting all the information of what you want, and I'm going to shoot you my price for what you want. Simple. That way, like I said, when that next person comes and I have them scheduled for 2 o'clock, they're not waiting till 3 o'clock to be done because I didn't really know what you wanted. And when you came, you switched it up. Now that can be on a client and the stylist, because if you tell me you booked this one thing and then you come in and you want to add all these things, we can't do that because I have my next person coming in 30 minutes because all you said you wanted was a shampoo and a style. But now you want to add on a cut and color, you're going to have to wait till your next appointment because my next person shouldn't have to wait on you when they're here on time and they scheduled what they wanted. So, you know what I'm saying? Clients do that too. You can't come sit in the chair and switch up your whole thing because I have other people scheduled. It's not all about you, boo. Okay? So, let me see. Pricing, taking advantage of clients. I've heard this. It's just crazy. This is the ghetto. I don't know. It's the ghetto. Because people talking about pricing like, you know, they switching up the prices every time they come for the same thing. One day it's more, you know, the next time they come it's more. And it's like, how are y'all changing up y'all prices like that? And I really believe it's just a little of just some people just, it's messy. You know, and you may feel like a person has it. They may look like, okay, she can pay this. No, that is not how you keep a client. Like, it needs to be consistent. Why are you charging me more this time than you charged me last time and I got the same thing? That's ghetto and that's shysty and that's messy. So don't do that. Don't do that. What else? Overbooking clients. It kind of falls into what I just said about the scheduling. Get it understood what the person wants. Don't overbook yourself, because for one thing, me, honey, I don't want to be in the salon all day doing hair, slaving over here. My back hurt, my hand, my wrist, my feet. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to book accordingly. And, you know, sometimes as stylists, we have to learn to say no, like no squeeze ins, because my health and my, you know, life and all my kids, my family, like, I don't want to sit here all day. I'm not going to be in this shop all day. No. So I have told people no, like you have to move to the next week. Now in the beginning when I first started out, even though I didn't overbook myself, but I was trying to get everybody in that call like for that week. No ma'am, not anymore, honey. You'll have to move on to that next week. This is what I have. I'm already done. I'm already set for the week. I can't squeeze anybody in unless maybe somebody cancels. But I'm not overbooking myself because for one, I don't want to be here all day either. And then for two, I don't like, you know, you got 4 or 5 people sitting looking at you doing hair and, you know, they got an attitude or they huffing and puffing. Like, I don't like that. That just makes me feel real, you know, nervous and jittery. Like, I don't work like that. I don't need nobody watching everything I do and like, ooh, is she coming on? I've been here. No. Hold on, y'all, real quick. Let me do this. One moment, y'all. Sorry, but yeah, I don't like nobody watching me and they, you know, gawking everything I'm doing and trying to, no. I like to have, you know, it's a rotation, it's smooth, you know what I'm saying? We're flowing, nobody's just waiting and waiting and waiting. No. For another reason, I had to do that before in the salon, and I just promised I would never be that person. It's just not happening. Okay, so don't overbook, ladies, please. You know, and you can get that money, you can get that same money. You might have to wait till the next week. It's okay. You don't have to cram everybody in that 1 week. I'm not doing that. Late fees. The girls are doing it, honey. These late fees, and then y'all being late too. How you gonna charge me for being late and you late? That don't work like that. Now, I did have an incident, transparent moment, where the other week, I did have a client, and I totally forgot because we didn't book our normal way. Okay, because she didn't book the normal way. We booked through Instagram, and she usually texts me, but that is no excuse, honey. It was my bad. So I'm at home chilling, laid up in the bed with my husband, relaxing, and then she calls me. The other stylist called me and like, you know, you have a client here. And I'm like, what? So she reached out to me. The client was like, yeah, I've been here. I was wondering, did I have the right day? I'm like, oh shit. So I'm getting up, putting my clothes on, and her appointment was at 5, and she waited actually like 30 minutes without even calling me. So I get there about 5:45. I am so sorry, honey. I am like apologizing. And I actually took, some money off of her service because she had to wait. And I would have been pissed if I had to wait. You know what I'm saying? And not get a call or anything, because I hadn't called and said nothing because I didn't know. So I just feel like you have to treat the clients and treat people the way you want to be treated. Like, I knew I was in the wrong. Like, even though I forgot, that's not an excuse. She remembered. I okayed the appointment, but I just didn't show up. So yeah, I have to give her some money off for that. That's only right. So all those late fees, if you can't follow those rules, then you don't need to have them on there. You really don't need to implement them. I've seen where like after 10 minutes late, they're just like canceling out your appointment, or when you come, honey, it's canceled. I don't know. I guess if you're just that busy, then do it. But for me, I will charge a fee after like 10 minutes, like, hey, but you have to make that known. And so if you knowingly know this when you book your appointment and you're still late, then you just have to go with the flow. Like, it is what it is. Or call me way ahead of time and be like, hey, something came up. I'm probably going to be 10 minutes later. So just so I can know and I can jot that down. But when you just call me, I've had several clients do this and I had to let them know. If your appointment is at 5:30, don't call me at 5:25 talking about I'm on my way. What? You on your way? No, you need to be here. Like, there's no, I'm on my way at 5:25 and your appointment is at 5:30 and I got somebody else coming at 6. Now that sets me and this next person behind. Please don't do that. So at least let your person know like way ahead of time, because that's unprofessional as a client as well. Like, don't do that. That's not cool. And another thing, people are saying like different services that they provide. They're feeling like the stylist provide, the client feels like, when they get there, it's something that they really don't want to do. So they're kind of doing it lazily. What the hell? Lazy? They're doing it lazy. They're doing it like they don't want to do it. My thing is, if it's a service that you don't want to do, baby, take it off of your service list. I used to be like that in the beginning about that silk press and doing natural hair. Even though I think I still have it on there, I don't get a lot. I don't mind doing it, but I can kind of pick and choose how I do it. But oh shoot, hold on, y'all. Yeah, so I can kind of pick and choose how I do it. But if it's something that you do not like to do, honey, take that service off of your thing, because for me, I have to like what I'm doing to be into it. And if you're like me and it's something I don't want to do, I don't give my all. You're not going to give your all. I know I don't like doing braids. Braids is just too long of a process. Ain't no way I'm going to have braids on my thing that I do braids. And when you book it, it's like, oh, I don't feel like doing any braids. I'm going to rush them. No, ma'am. That's not what you do. So if it's a service that you do not like to genuinely do, take it off. Don't do it, because somebody gonna book it if they see it on there. Trust and believe, okay? So those are just a few tips that I have, guys. It just was crazy. I have some more that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a little series, because I have some more little videos about things stylists should do, things clients should do or watch out for. Like, I have some more videos that I'm gonna incorporate in this little on this little topic. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you guys have any stories or any questions, or you've had an experience that you want to share, leave it in the comments below and we can discuss it in the comments. But girl, ladies, gentlemen, like, we got to do better as a beauty industry as a whole. Like, we got to be better. I've never seen so many videos talking about how these stylists have done these clients. And like I said, I know some clients, some of them are a little iffy. Some of them try to get over. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? Trust me. So I do know that. But I do know the other side of stylists who are actually doing these things that the people are saying. I've heard too many stories, and, so I do know it's true on both ends. All right, guys. So see you all in the next one.